So we had planned last week that today we wanted to do the What is Fall Fest post. I think it's kind of my fault, I dropped the ball on that one.
Me too.
Is that still something that we're all interested in doing?
My name is Brandon Assi. I'm the main stage chair of SBB. And kind of leading up into picking the headliner, you have to take the entire budget that you're allotted, figure out how much you can sort of give to even having an artist. So like, is it 30% of your budget, 25% of your budget, stuff like that.
We reached out as a follow-up again. Oh, those are nice, actually.
Mm-hmm. They're cute.
So cute.
They're cute. They're like little.
They look like Carhartt.
They do. They do look like Carhartt.
Those are fun.
And I was like, they're nice and fall.
I've been planning Fall Fest for the past 2 years at this point. We're meeting, we're collaborating, saying like, okay, who do we like? Who do you think like the student body would like? Because ultimately it's not just like our decisions. And we want to pick somebody who appeals to everybody. And we all looked at Marky Basie and we saw that he had newer songs that were familiar, not only to me, but to a lot of the other members that were on the planning committee. And he was one of our first choices, so we were really happy with that option.
So, first item of business. Our opener, Anise, did have to pull out, unfortunately.
I had kind of anticipated that something like this would happen, just kind of looking at what happened with Wake the Giant last year.
When we found out that our opener wasn't able to attend, we quickly put in a bid for Double Camp. They accepted.
I already had that background check ready to go. I was like, hey, let's look at this person, let's look at Double Camp. So I will say, like, stressful, but we were able to transition very easily. I was really calm. It was actually a little bit scary. I went to sleep just high anxiety, like I almost couldn't sleep. And I woke up the next morning and I was so calm. It was so weird, but I just kind of had faith that the team we'd put together and the work we had put in and the contingencies we developed and the general lack of ability to poke holes in any of the logistics that we had, thought through. It was just a weird sense of confidence that the day was gonna go well. Was it stressful? Sure, I mean, events like this are stressful, but I felt very ready to handle the stress.
We had to kind of come up with what people would actually want to go through and look at, because when you're going through social media, it's like, you can go really fast or you actually read it. So we had to find that like eye-catching, like, oh, I actually want to go to this event kind of thing. We were on Canva, like making graphics on like the set times and like what the food trucks are and all this stuff, like posting it on our stories. I was nervous because I was like, I want people to show up to this event, and PR is so important to get people there because that's what people are looking at all the time. We got it, but yeah, it was a lot.
Ready? All right. Let's go!
Brandon will tell you, I like run around like crazy. Like I'm literally like a pinball. But for me that day, I was getting a lot of stuff out on the quad for the activities, like the candy apples, the donuts, all of the like giveaway stuff that we were doing. So we had to like worry about how to store those, like what time we had to take them out. It had to be timed out because it was warm on the quad and we didn't want the donuts to melt. So everything had to be like timed out. It definitely paid off. Like all the worry paid off.
So if you can all head over to the stage, Double Camp is going to be heading on right behind us. They're coming on.
It was a cool experience just to stand there and like I felt like I could breathe, and like I loved planning this event so much, but at the same time it was like all this hard work. Like me and Brandon looked at each other and we're like finally, like everything that we were so stressed about didn't happen.
it felt awesome. It's a weird feeling to describe. I will say, like, Zach, the last year's main stage chair, had told me, like, you're gonna look at this, and like, he mentioned to me that he started crying last year. And I almost found myself crying, like, very similarly.
And like, once Mark took the stage, it was like, that was it. It was like so fulfilling to have that moment of like, oh, like I actually like put this together, and like people came out, and just to see everyone happy. Like people were smiling, and we even had friends texting me. They were like in the crowds. I was so excited. But it was really nice.
It just felt very satisfying. It felt very fulfilling that all of this work, all of the stress, it just kind of, it built towards something like this monumental, like something of this scale.